It's a very proud day for us today. It's Indian Navy Day. And on the 4th of December every year, it is celebrated so. And over the course of the hour, we're going to find out how we're celebrating and the significance of this wondrous day. I'm pleased to welcome onto the show for the very first time Commander Mehul Karnik, who's Defense PRO here in Mumbai City. Wishing you a very, very happy Indian Navy Day. How are you doing? How are your colleagues and family doing? I hope all safe and healthy, Commander Karnik.
Yeah, hi, Rishi. Thank you, first of all. A very happy Navy Day to all of you. And glad you have me on your show here. And yes, so far, so good. As we say, for the last 6, 8 months, we've been saying.
So far, so good. Totally. Let's talk about the significance of the day itself. Why do we celebrate this as Indian Navy Day? The significance of it for the forces as well as for the nation, Commander Karnik.
Yes, 4th December 1971 was a red letter day in the history of the Indian Navy. So this year, today, we are celebrating the 49th anniversary of our Navy Day. So what I'll tell you briefly what had happened on that fateful night of 4th December. And the Navy, as you imagine, also got involved this time because the previous two was the Navy had seen very limited action. And the moment hostilities broke out with our neighboring country on both sides, in fact, so Navy quickly tasked up what it needs to be done, and we launched the Operation Trident. Now, this was a very successful operation by the means of we had just at that time got the new OSA class missile boats of the 25th Missile Vessel Squadron. And these were put to action. There was a very bold and audacious plan which was drawn out by the Navy. Though these missile boats being, coastal defense ships, that means their endurance was quite limited. So, but based over here in Mumbai. So we came up with a very ingenious plan. They were towed by other ships and taken south of Karachi, silently through the coast of Saurashtra. And on the night of 4th of December 71, just about 40 odd miles from Karachi, they were let loose, as you would say. At that time, there were three ships over there: Veer, Nipat, and Nirghat. There were other ships also, but these three were primarily tasked to carry out an attack on Karachi harbor and opportune targets. So as it happened quickly, we had got a contact, and it was classified as a warship, enemy warship, and Nirghat was, it was ordered to engage, and Nirghat launched the first missile of the Indian Navy, the first shot, we would call it, and it went and made a direct hit, and the Pakistani destroyer PNS Khyber, that was destroyed. It was quickly followed up by one more Pakistani ship was engaged and destroyed, PNS Muhafiz, and the attacks continued on few more merchant ships. And just before midnight on the 4th of December, the ships launched their missiles towards the harbor facilities, the Karachi harbor, which was one of the main objectives to destroy the harbor. And the missile went and hit the targets. A lot of shore facilities were destroyed, and the Kiamari oil fuel tanks were there. So they immediately went on, they were set ablaze, and the fire was seen for almost 4 days. It was in total chaos. It was quickly followed up by subsequent days. Other attacks were there, and we had the Operation Python also. So effectively, with the success of Operation Trident, we had actually put Pakistani Navy on a huge, it's a disadvantage. They just could not deploy their ships, and decisive action was taken by us and followed up later on the east wing also by our then aircraft carrier INS Vikrant. And it immediately had a wonderful effect on the war. It had a dramatic effect on the war. And finally, they capitulated. And 16th of December, as we all know, the instrument of surrender was signed by then General A.K. Niazi of East Pakistan. And of course, so we decided this was a glorious hour, a moment of glory. And 4th December was commemorated then on as the Navy Day.
Wonderful. It's how the Indian Navy broke the spine of the enemy and altered the course of the war there. Every year you do have a theme, Commander, and this year's theme is no less fascinating. I leave you to lead us through the theme, the significance of the theme, and then let's get into the activities because, unprecedented times call for unprecedented measures, and you have taken this off ground and taken it completely virtual. So let's start with the theme and then go into the activities.
Oh, yes, like every year, this year, the theme for the Navy Week celebrations, which are ongoing, today we have come out with, it's already been put out, is Indian Navy combat ready, credible, and cohesive force. So this is the theme. Basically, it talks about the Indian Navy being always combat ready. It's a very, very credible force itself. And we have shown that in various operations over the years within the Indian Ocean region. And it's, of course, a very cohesive. We act in very good coordination with everyone else. And everybody looks at us as the preferred security partner in the Indian Ocean region. So we look forward to continue doing the good work that the Navy is doing.
And the activities for this year, which have all been taken virtual, very admirably so.
Oh, definitely. This is the time, if since you would notice from November onwards, over the last few years, the Navy engages with the people with a lot of activities around the city. We have naval band performances. We have the ships open to visitors. We have at the Gateway of India on Navy Day, we have the beating retreat ceremony. So, of course, with the COVID restrictions this year, none of these activities could have been undertaken. So, since we could not get the people to the Navy, we said we'll get Navy to the people. And that's why in every you say every challenge there is an opportunity. So this is a wonderful opportunity. As we realize, we have maximized our outreach by taking the events online, and I hope this continues and we are able to reach out to more and more people. And
I
there are
saw the
some
Yeah, I saw the one, for example, the 360-degree virtual reality tour of the INS Vikramaditya, which I thought was absolutely fascinating. I mean, this is an aircraft carrier, and it actually takes you from the boat, which takes you from the shore to INS Vikramaditya, and also takes you through all the top decks. So, take us through that.
Yes, this is the first time. In fact, we have undertaken. This is a 360-degree virtual reality tour. It went online on the 28th of November, and it has been. We've been getting some wonderful responses. It's a beautiful interactive video, a short video. But yes, it brings out as if you are there on board, right from going from the boat toward the ship. You received on board the ship. You can see you are on the deck where the fighter jets they take off. So you are in the business end of the premier platform of the Indian Navy on the flight deck, and you get to see the flight operations where all it takes place and various other compartments. And it's interactive. You can use your mobile device, or you're on a PC also, so you can look around, take your time, and interact. It's a very wonderfully put up show, and we are very happy with the encouraging responses that we've been getting.
Also, INS Mysore, a walk around there. The fact that naval ships are kept open for public viewing on Navy Day, and this year, because of the unforeseen circumstances, you wanted, citizens of the country to get on board this naval destroyer.
Yes, INS Mysore is again the second of the Delhi class destroyers. Incidentally, these were the first destroyers built in India. So it's a very proud platform and a guided missile destroyer. So when people they come on board and visit the ships, they walk around the armaments, they see the weapons which are there, they talk to our sailors, our officers, and they're genuinely interested in knowing how do you do things on board. For somebody who's never been out at sea, he's always okay, what do you do out there for so many days, sometimes weeks together? So that is a wonderful opportunity which we missed out. We would miss out, but we said, okay, fine, we'll make the best out of it, and we've taken this tour virtual. And it is as if you are walking on board. You would see the video, and interacting with the people. There is a voiceover which tells you what is happening. So it's like a virtual walk around of the ship. Again, it's a wonderful experience.
And I want to tell everybody who's listening or watching that it's actually there in multiple languages, in regional languages too. So it's wonderful to see this in Hindi, in English, and the choice of language. You mentioned very briefly, Commander, at the top about the beating retreat ceremony. People are going to miss out on the touch and feel experience, but it's wonderful that the Navy has decided to give us that experience on film. So, talk to me about the beating retreat ceremony, the Navy Day film, and the Naval Symphonic Band performance. How and where are you going to have these?
Yes, so again, the ceremonies that we do over the here at the Gateway of India. So this time also, what we've done is we have taken some of the events which were recorded over the years and tried to bring it in a small format. We are making a short film with the national broadcaster Doordarshan and bringing out the activities that the Western Naval Command has undertaken over the year. And of course, it features all the events that people look forward to. Mumbaikars, especially, they come around in large numbers at the gateway. So they love to see the beating retreat. Of course, the sunset ceremony are the Indian Naval Central Band that performs, and it's followed up by the helicopter flypast, the display of the Marine commandos. They come down, slither down from the helicopters, get onto the boats, carry out the search and rescue demonstration for the people out there. Right from Radio Club till the Gate of India, the entire promenade is full with people, and they get a very up close and personal experience with us. So that is something which we'll be missing out, but nonetheless, we've tried to bring it in the best possible manner. The activities which happen throughout that particular evening, that has been showcased, including the one of the very popular drills which takes place, the continuity drill, the killer's cordon. These are the same people from the ships, as I mentioned. They were instrumental in the 71 victory, the missile boats. After they came back, they were called the killers, so we call them the killer's cordon. So these guys, they perform continuity drill for about 10 to 12 minutes. They do coordinated activities together, all movements without a single word of command. So that is something which they really look forward to. And once, of course, this is done, as you mentioned, secondly, we brought out the Naval Symphonic Band. They perform at various places around the city. And we also have a special show in NCPA. So this is what we've done. We've recorded in our auditorium and brought it out. A short film has been made on that. And it will be screened at various malls in the city on the 4th and 5th, like the Infinity Mall in Andheri West, the R City Mall in Ghatkopar, the Phoenix Mall in Lower Parel. So from 11 o'clock onwards, this is a weekend, so people will get to see the Naval Symphonic Band performance.
Lovely.
And
Also, I believe, Commander, that you mentioned the sequence of events when we begun on that fateful night of 1971, which actually won us the war. There is a naval action short film. It's called The Glorious Night. A little bit about that film, and I believe it's going to be screened in 15 movie theaters. I don't expect you to tell me the names of all the 15, so everybody who's watching and listening, please go and check newspaper listings or cinema listings, and you will find out when that particular film plays. There's also a special venue. I would never have imagined this particular venue would be used for a screening. So I leave you to tell us that wonderful surprise. So the film itself and where it's being screened.
oh yes, this is That Glorious Night. This is the title of the film of the Operation Trident and the Navy's operation, which, as I just mentioned earlier. So this has been encompassed in a short film about 5 to 6 minutes, and it brings out of all the vintage footage that is available of that time, and we put together the story of how the attacks unfolded and brought glory to our service. So that is going to be played out on 4th and 5th of December in about 15 screens, as you mentioned, across the city. And the Airport Authority of India has kind enough
Wow.
to allow screening of that movie on the Terminal 1 and 2 on 4th and 5th. So more and more people get to see and experience what really happened on that fateful night.
So, all of you who have travel plans today, the 4th, and tomorrow, the 5th, please keep your eyes and ears open at the Airport Authority of India, Terminal 1 and 2, for the screening of the glorious night, dedicated to all our war heroes and the Indian Navy and the Indian Navy Day. I like that you've been very proactive, Commander Karnik, and tried to reach out to students as well as college students by means of a special webinar. How was the response to that webinar? And it's great that you did have Sainik schools and Rashtriya military schools, but also non-military and Sainik schools and colleges, at least in the Western sector. Talk to me about the webinar, the theme of it, and the success of it.
Yes, this again, this is the first time we are doing this being a virtual event. So a webinar format is the first time. Otherwise, normally over the years, we've been reaching out to various schools and colleges and telling us about life in the Navy and the career opportunities therein. And of course, this pandemic has brought us this opportunity where we actually now have reached out to more people than we would have ever actually done.
Correct.
So almost 3,000 was the number, and there were more who couldn't log in due to restrictions of the numbers which were there for that webinar. But what we've done is at that particular day, the webinar, it was done on the 28th of November. So our specialists, officers from various departments, we had the surface naval warfare officers, the aviators, the submariners, the legal officers, the logistics officers. So various people talking about the different aspects of the Navy. And since it was a live interaction for almost 2.5 hours, the students logged in from various places, and it was a active interaction going on. There were queries being asked and answered by these specialists. And we were quite overwhelmed with the response which we got from the students. And it's a very good future outlook. Looks to be quite good if more and more people are interested. And what we've done is, since we could not accommodate everybody for the webinar who wanted to, we have also put out this webinar on our Indian Navy YouTube channel. So that is also available for viewing. So in case people have missed out on, the students can definitely log into our YouTube channel of Indian Navy. It's a verified handle, and they can experience, and of course always write to us whatever queries they have. We are always open.
Incredible. I want to sign off this Indian Navy Day special by asking you if there are young people there, if there are people, senior citizens there who want to relive the glorious victories of the past. Where can they go and see, experience, read online? Where would you urge people to go to?
We have a lot of information on the 71 war on various platforms. Of course, our Navy website, which is there, indiannavy.nic.in, that has this information available, and it's in even the films division. They have got a lot of footage available online. So you can, there are various things, but yes, Indian Navy website primarily has all the information. You can reach out in case you want to reach out to a veteran, because there are still veterans of that war who are present amongst us. So seek out an opportunity. If you're living close by, you can always go and meet them, wish them. It's always great whenever a veteran sees somebody come by and remind them of those wonderful days. It's always a wonderful experience, I'm sure.
indiannavy.nic.in, indiannavy.nic.in. And of course, you can find them on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. All you have to do is type Indian Navy and they will pop up. It's been such an honor, Commander Mehul Karnik, Defense PRO, Mumbai. Thank you for hand-holding me through the Indian Navy week as well as Indian Navy Day celebrations. And have yourself a wonderful day up ahead and a good, safe and healthy period for you and your officers in the future.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure on the show. Shamno Varuno. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.